Hello, and welcome to the School Library Scoop with Scottie. In today's episode, we are talking about genreifying your library, and specifically one little process of that, which is adding a sublocation to your online catalog. Now, I am in Destiny. You may have a different system that I'm using, but most of them have similar capabilities. So I will show it to you here in hopes that you could use this idea in whichever system you use. So when I was at Sturgis Williams Middle School and Stagebarn Middle School and Sturgis Brown High School, I did genreify both fiction and nonfiction in all three of those libraries. And one of those really important steps for me in that process was adding sublocations. So yes, we changed the location on the shelf. We added stickers on the spines to denote which genre they were in. But then in our system, adding that sublocation really made it useful for us as both librarians and as students to be able to find very quickly where those books are on the shelf. So when a book comes up as, let's see, I'll just pop in here and go animals. If I'm looking for animals and I look at each brief record, I can quickly see that this book on animals is in the nonfiction animals section. These are ebooks, so they don't have sublocations, but I can scroll down here a little bit farther and see that these few books are in our biography section. And then when I get down into fiction, I can quickly see, okay, this is in our realistic fiction section. This book on animals is in our war, adventure, historical fiction section. This one is in sci-fi fantasy. And you can see there's colors in parentheses. That was just our system. We put blue stickers on all the sci-fi fantasy books, orange on all the war books, etc. So that was just another way for us to note in there for the students and for us just to see where it was visually by color. So that's what it looks like in the catalog. Now, to add the sublocations in Destiny, you would actually add it when you enter in a book, or if you have, if you're genreifying your library, so all of your books are already in the catalog, then you would just do it within each record. That's one option. So if I click on this record here and go to the copy, and then go to edit copy, sublocation is at the bottom. So you can see it has a little drop-down menu, and it's got all of these sublocations that we've put in here, and then of course we just pick the one that we want it to go into. So this one is in animals. That's great. That's where I want to keep it. You can also add other sublocations from here by pressing other. And this is where you could add a sublocation or edit a sublocation or delete a sublocation. And then you can also, let's say you have genreified a section of your library and now you want to go in and add them all into a sublocation. You can do that by updating copies. So if I go to update copies and then individual update, I just found this way, one of the easiest ways. I would just say, I want to change these copies to sublocation. I'll go to one of my fiction. Realistic fiction, yellow, and then I would just go through my shelf and scan all the barcodes in that section. And then that would put it into that sublocation in my system. Let me get out of there real quick. So it's a pretty simple process. You can do it kind of at any point of your genreification project, even if it is all the way at the end and all of those books have been reorganized on your shelves and the spines have been redone. Then just going back through and doing those updates. Batch updates can be done as well. And it just makes it so much more simple for students to find the books. I'll show you one more thing. So if you have a student that says, yep, I'm interested in animals, but I only like sci-fi fantasy books, then you can narrow that search to just, or they can narrow that search to just sci-fi fantasy and animals. And so now everything that comes up should be about animals in the sci-fi fantasy section. So they know exactly where to go when they come in, or if you've looked up that book for them, you know exactly where to go on the shelf. So that is my tip for your genre project. If you have any questions, let me know. I've done this in 3 libraries, and I have a lot of other helpful tips that I could share with you. So happy genrefying, everybody. See you next time.